Hello and welcome to Organic Edible Garden. A few months back we planted our green smoothie bed. It's grown really well and we're going to harvest some leaves today and make our version of a green smoothie. In this bed we've grown some collards, some perpetual spinach, some curly kale, some luscious looking celery and some plantain, which although got hit by the frost is coming back really well. We're also going to identify some edible weeds that we can add to our smoothie. So with things like your collards or your kales, I would like to pick the smaller, more tender leaves and leave the bigger ones for cooking. Same with the kale, I'm just going to go for the small leaves. And now for some of the edible weeds. The compost bin is growing this lovely chickweed, which we'll throw in some. I'll grab a few dandelion leaves for a bit of bitterness. And here's a small patch with 3 great edible weeds. We've got our plantain here, which is the broadleaf variety. We've got our bitties or bedstraw or cleavers. And we've also got a bit of puha or milk thistle. And if it's avocado season and you've got your own avocados, when making a smoothie, using the stone is really good. The first thing we're going to do is wash our greens. A quick rinse is all that's needed. There's no bugs on them. And it doesn't matter, there's still water on the greens because that's all we're going to use for liquid in our blender. We're going to rip them up into smaller pieces first and stick them into our blender. We're using a variety of different vegetables rather than only 1 or 2 different types. If you're using the celery, try and use the leaves as well. Now we're going to add only green things to the smoothie. We're not going to add any fruit or anything to sweeten it up or fruit juice. The reason is this green smoothie is something we're having for my health. We're not having it for pleasure. It's not going to be a sweet thing. So we only need a small amount as well, rather than having a whole lot at once. And all we're going to add to that now is a little bit of water. And we're also going to add a little bit of turmeric and ginger in as well. Just a little knob of each. They'll go straight into the blender. I won't even bother to peel them because a lot of goodness is in the skin. We'll turn it on and we can add more water if we need it. Don't be put off if it doesn't always go down. Remember, you've got the ginger and the turmeric there, which also needs a lot more chopping up. So using a wooden spoon, push it down, and once it gets going, it's fine. A glass this size is more than enough for one person. Now if you find it too difficult to drink, you can add a thing like a few blueberries or half a banana, but try and keep the fructose levels down in it because your body has to digest that in one sitting. And if you like it a bit creamier, you can add things like coconut water or soy milk just to give it that extra mild flavour. But for me this is fine. It's not a treat, but I know it's doing me good.